These are images the Chinese government doesn't want you to see. A medical center in Wuhan, the epicenter of the coronavirus outbreak. Under stress, short on supplies, overwhelmed with patients. The video is from Chen, a lawyer who made the risky choice to become a citizen journalist and defy government efforts to control information.
In front of me is the virus, and behind me is the legal and administrative power of China. As long as I live in this city, I will continue to report. I only report what I see, what I hear. I'm not even scared of death. You think I'm afraid of the Communist Party?
Now, Chen is gone. He disappeared last week and has not responded to messages. So far, authorities will only say he is, quote, under control. Amnesty International say he's been forcibly quarantined. And he's not the only one to pay the price for defying state authority. The blogger Fang Bin took this video from a hospital in Wuhan. It seems to show body bags, victims of the virus. Then he received a menacing knock on his door.
我的体温正常啊，我体温正常啊。如果你的病传了给人家，问题是我没有病啊，我体温正常啊。你这样，你拿个身查证来，我不废话，你去拿个身查证来，你拿身查证来。如果你够法律条件，我们就按法律办，好不好？你找身查证来，你没有传递私人的住宅，不允许任何人上床，我有法律保护，好吧？
Fang had been posting videos daily, proof that he was free. Those uploads stopped on Monday and he's been unreachable by phone, fueling speculation of his arrest. When Li Wenliang, a doctor in Wuhan, warned of the virus in December, authorities accused him and several others of severely disturbing the social order. Now he's dead, one of the more than 1,000 people in China to succumb to coronavirus so far. Mourning and anger have marked his passing. Online and off, in defiance of the state's threats, pressure is mounting on Chinese authorities to come clean on what's happening in Wuhan. And that includes wanting to know what's happened to people like Chen and Fang Bin.
Okay, let's get the latest on the situation in China now with DW's Matthias Büllinger joining us from Beijing. Good day to you, Matthias. What information are people in China not getting that they so desperately want to hear?
Well, nobody in China knows whether these numbers that we see are real. Every information that we get from Wuhan is that it might even not be deliberate. It might also be deliberate, but it might also not. But a lot of patients have not been diagnosed yet. People are queuing up in hospitals. In order to be admitted to a hospital, you need to show symptoms of the disease and you need to be tested. Today I spoke to a woman who told me that her mother, who had been showing symptoms and was severely ill for 10 days, had been tested 2 times negative until she was tested positive. So until that moment, she was also not in the statistics. So there is the mess on the ground that seems to be going on is, of course, has an impact on the statistics. This is one thing. The other thing is that there is, of course, a deep-sitting mistrust of what authorities report, what authorities allow to report. Everybody in China knows there is censorship, and of course this is why these citizen journalists go there to get a glimpse of reality.
Okay, the state is responding to what you described as deep-seated mistrust. I want to quote a state media here. It says, anyone who tries to cover up the extent of the outbreak will be nailed on the pillar of shame for eternity. Is China living up or attempting to live up, changing its ways in the direction of transparency in regard to the coronavirus?
What China has done is that after, in the beginning, denying that the virus could spread from human to human, it admitted that it could spread from human to human, and it started publishing figures, and these figures are rising. So to some extent, China is admitting that something is happening, but whether it's living up to any standards of transparency is something that's very hard to say without independent investigations and reporting. And China has not allowed journalists to report freely, although although more freely than before, and it has not allowed or has limited independent assessments by specialists. So no, it is not, of course, living up to transparency as we understand it.
And in the process, creating a real thirst for information. Matthias Böhlinger for us in Beijing. Thanks so very much for that.